Let's talk about it. Put a ring on it. Good day. Oh, I'm in traffic. And I wanted to make a quick impromptu video. Always impromptu with me. Who is this calling me? They want to make a video. Good day. So I was out and about, and someone had already told me about the show Put a Ring on It. So while I was where I was at, I started watching Put a Ring on It, and I came home and I started watching it on the computer. I'm full. I just had some lunch. Look, I just want to give relationship advice to the young adults, or the ones like me who don't have people to give advice to, because I'm still learning. We will not all know it all. Even the relationship coaches are still learning in this thing. It's always a lesson, right? My curls fail. Oh well. So I wanted to say, first of all, to the young adults, hold on 1 second. To the young adults who wants marriage, let that be known. Don't be shamed to feel like you're being thirsty or you're demanding something from a man or a woman or any of that. If that's the requirement, that's the goal of yours, let it be known however soon you want to in a relationship, because not everyone's goal is marriage. Okay? Let's just state that. If you want to be friends with benefits, say that. If you want to be whatever. But I feel like you should let that be known, right? And in all of my, I'm 36, and all of my 30, I would say, all of my 15, 20 years of dating, I've learned and I came to understand that playing house is not made for us to do. That is why the Most High and some religion requires you to be married before you live with someone, right? Because, oh, yeah. Anyhow, sorry. Yeah, so I feel like that's why it is required for you to be married before you live with someone. Let me tell you my personal experience. If you haven't heard me say, I've been engaged 3 times, never married, and I am learning that I have things to work on, and I have learned a lot through my relationships, right? And it dries you up, young ladies and gentlemen. It dries you up if you go from relationship to relationship, living with this person and that person. Not to say I'm dried up, because I'm saucy. You feel me? But but it dries up the passion and the motivations to keep wanting to play house and give your all. Now, is it fair to the next person that you meet to deal with your dried upness, your impatient to get married or impatient to find the one? It's not fair. But that's why you should voice what your requirements are. For example, every relationship, every engagement that I have had, well, I was engaged at 18. I don't think I told him anything about a ring. I was engaged to a man who had 2 kids. He was like 4 or 5 years older than me. I was 18. People didn't like him. I probably didn't like him. But hey, I was just doing some shit, I guess. I don't know. Then at 28, 27, I got engaged again to a high school sweetheart. It didn't work out. And then I got engaged a year ago. So I'm here. So I feel like I've had pretty much a lot of experience to be able to give advice. One keynote to experience is having done a lot of different things and experiences in life. Experience doesn't just come from being at one thing for 20 years. You just experience in that department. So anyway, back to what I was saying. It dries you up when you want to play house. This girl was on put a ring on in season 2, episode 2, saying she was with this man 4 years. No problem. That's everybody's thing. But at this age, after 35, 30 years old, whatever, who got time for 4 or 5 years to be sitting around playing house? You want the wifey benefits. I feel like we should go back to living separately if you're not sure at that point. And we should go back to dating other people so you can see, hey, no, that's not what I want, Because let's be honest, 4 or 5 years, we're not talking about, if you're not talking about marriage, what are you doing? You're just playing house, paying bills together. If you got a business, great. If you have children, even better. Salute to you. But I feel like you should have a goal together and you should agree on that goal. Now, it becomes deceptive when you know that you don't want to meet that person's goal, but you want to keep them in your life for monetarily selfish reasons. That's deceptive. And, we're not going to talk about that. We're keeping it positive over here. I just feel like my advice, if I had a little daughter, I even told my niece to her face. My niece wasn't even 18 yet. And I was pushing this marriage talk on her. She was like 17. It was like Christmas time. And I told her, hey, when you go to college and you meet these guys and you start living your life and you get ready to settle down, not right off the bat, but if that's what you choose. But once you get ready and you want to settle down, let that be known. Don't let no little boy come in your life and waste your time, suck up your juice, your energy, and everything else, and he don't want to get married. For him to be talking about, oh, we ain't ready yet, our money ain't right, this ain't right. No, okay, well, catch me when it's right. Right now we got to separate because I want to see other people. It dries you up. Then you grow resentment because you don't spend all your money, your time, your coochie miles, with this person. Now, if it's okay with you and this person to wait 5-10 years, that's fine. But if you know this is not something that you want to do, let that be known. Because the second engagement I had, I let it be known. Hey, we knew each other from high school. Here we are. I met you at your worst. You didn't have anything to offer me. Now we here. We went from no cars to 2 cars, and we're still trying to struggle and make it meet. What are we going to do? Because I'm not going to wait till you get your money and you balling out of control for you to be like, oh, well, let's just move on. I done put in the work and struggled with you, and you think I'm supposed to... No, it don't work that way. Even if you don't struggle with the person that put in work, then no. I just don't agree. Looking back now on what I know, even though I've been engaged twice before, certain things you just wish you had, like the big sister, the big auntie, the mama to teach you. I didn't have that. So I learned, I butt my head, and here I am, still learning and still able to pass on jewels to other people because that's what it's about, right? So don't let anybody just dry you up. Like I told my niece, don't let nobody come dry you up playing house, cooking, cleaning, slaving, and they don't see you as wifey. Huh? Stop doing those things. And if you're in a relationship 4 or 5 years, 2 years, and you feel like it's too much, you're ready to get engaged, and they're not, stop doing all those wifey shit. Stop coming home at a certain time. Stop being so available for breaks and lunch discussions. Stop feeling like flirting with is wrong. The Lord did not ordain him to be your husband. Why are you sitting there being faithful for this long? Juicing up for what? Why are they getting husband benefits? Let me go get this dog. I'll be back. Yeah, okay, I'm back. I just had to. Logan was on the patio. Let me light some Palo Santo. I was around some people today. And, what I was about to say. I forgot what I was about to say. Memory come back to me. No weapons formed against my mind shall prosper. Send every negative intention and energy back to sender in Jesus' name. But anywho, now I left the door open. What I was saying, yeah, don't let nobody dry you up. Okay? I didn't have big sister, big auntie, big mama to teach me. And even if you don't, look on YouTube, look and read books, look on the internet, and research what you need to find. Because that helps a lot of us who don't have people, places, and things to help us in person. So look on the internet. I don't agree with what society feels like we should be faithful and be loyal to a man playing house 4 or 5 years until you go buy me a little piece of ring. Huh? Who make up them rules? It sounds like a very selfish man make up them rules. It couldn't be a woman. Because if you look on the outside looking in, or even from the inside looking out, you would be like, you know what? That's too long. 365 days. That's 1 year. 2 years. 600 and whatever. 700 days. 65. Carry the one. Yeah. 720 20 days. Or 780. Something. You know. 700 days of you seeing me, and if you living together, even worse. So that would be my advice to little girls. I mean, to young women. That would be my advice to young women. Like, yeah, don't let nobody dry you up. If you make up in your mind, what is the time limit for you to get a ring from this person? You don't have to say, hey, it's been this long, where's my ring? But when it's getting approaching that time, you grown, you getting your business together, you working, y'all handling your business and things flowing right, you should be able to feel comfortable and tell them, hey, do you still feel this way? You know, what do you see? You don't ask a man, what are we? This is your dream. He is just starring in it. I'm not fucking lying. I'm dead ass. What are we? I'm gonna tell you what we are. Feels like we friends with benefits right now. And since that's what we are, that's cool. That's how we gonna handle it. That's how you let him agree or disagree. You don't let him tell you, well, I feel like we should be. No, you tell him what it feel like. You tell him what you want, and you tell him what you need. But you don't sit here and ask him like it's the ball in his court. You have wants and demands and standards as well. Especially if you got your credit right, you're working right, you don't need him financially. Oh, yes, you're a high commodity. You should be first class to saying what you need. So don't feel shame. Don't feel like you're thirsty. Don't feel like you're asking for too much because you tell a man you ready to move to the next level. Are you not? Okay, well, we need to go back to seeing each other. You're not giving him an ultimatum, but you're telling him how you feel. I feel like if you don't see me as this person, I don't want to do these person. I don't want to do husband benefits or wifey benefits. And no, I don't want to do those things. We're going to be friends with benefits. We can be dating, we can be roommates till we figure it out, whatever you want to do. But what you're not going to do is dry me up before my husband gets to me. You don't want to be dried up before your wife or your husband gets to you with people who just have history before they make you history. So no, don't stay places too long. Pray about everything. Ask about things. Ask your angels, your ancestors to guide you, your dreams, your visions, all of that. And have a mentor. You want to be in a relationship, you want to be married, you got to have those mentors. Because I have a little mentor, even though it's online, but I try to soak my mind up every now and then with things, so that would be my advice to you. You want to get married, you want to have a family, find a positive and a healthy mentor that you can look up to. Not idolize, but get some clues and advice from. You're not supposed to idolize anybody, especially when you don't know them personally. But yeah, so that would be it. Don't let anyone dry you up. If you're in a relationship and they don't want to move forward, it's been 4 or 5 years, unless you're comfortable with it, fine. If you're not comfortable with it, start making moves, baby. The world is a big place. It's your beach. They just bringing sand. I don't know what I'm saying. But for real, don't let people dry you up. Go back, put yourself back on the market. They're not ready to take the next step. That's fine. You can take the next step, cry it out, pray it out, and move on. Put yourself back on the market, because what you will not do is let any man, any woman dry you up, steal your light, dim your heart, and then leave. And when your husband or your wife come along, you looking like, oh, your heart, don't do that. Don't spend too much time with people who don't want to see the same things you want. No, don't give them too much of you. All right, pull that energy back in, focus on something else, manifest greatness. Think about your husband. They don't want to be your husband. That's fine. So that will be my advice to you. I hope you enjoyed my video. Adios.